What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and this video was, of course, a long time coming. The reason why I waited for this video was because, I knew there was going to be a lot of controversy about talking about this video because, well, one Duelist pack didn't get brung to the TCG, and that was because of why? We don't know. Ask Konami, TCG, and OCG why they just didn't think that Earth deserved a Duelist pack, but Water did. And now Fire is getting, and it's coming to the TCG. Fail Earth an apology. I said it. Someone has to say it. So, in OCG and the TCG, we'll be getting a Duelist pack that will be featuring Fire monsters and Fire archetypes from respective duelists throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Fun fact, at the time of this recording, the TCG just announced that Jack Atlas will be getting a structure deck, or more so, Red Dragon Archfiend will be getting a structure deck in the TCG, which is something that the OCG does. I have no real interest in that either, which is why I have not cared too much about that, unless something really extremely broken comes out of that structure deck, which, from the looks of it, no, it's not. I'm not going to be really focusing. Now, the reason why I did want to do the Duelist of the Explosion, which is what is known in the OCG, and then Duelist of the Soulburning Volcano here in the TCG, it's just simply because, honestly, it's not fair that Earth didn't get their Duelist back. But Water got theirs despite the fact Water's flopped. And Fire is getting this only because they're trying to set on the blaze of glory that, oh, look, guys, we're finally going to give you Volcanic support. You know, you guys have been waiting for this for so long. Because the last time we got Volcanic support was just a continuous trap card that a lot of the older cards were still needed for it. And I think only pieces of that card were only scattered throughout. Well, the archetype was just scattered here. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I was really not going to give a shit about um Duelist of the Duelist of Explosion. But I had the kid friendly version and call it Duelist of the Soulburning Volcano. Yeah, so if this isn't entitled Soul Burner, will be included in this set. Volcanics. Yeah, that's right. After all these years, Volcanics are getting support. So Axel will be a feature, and then Battling Boxers will also be featured in this. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's Axel's, Altio's Battling Boxers. Like I said, 2/3 of this is going to be loved, and Battling Boxers is there because can you really name any fire attributed duelist in the Yu-Gi-Oh series? Because um, we can't count Joey, because Joey's deck is basically Red Eyes, with a splash of Jinzo, Fearfreeze, and Flame Swordsman. I guess if you want to talk about Time Wizard. Um, Axel from GX. Um, I don't really know anyone from Arc from 5Ds because Akiza's Black Rose may be fire, but that was more built on um, Dragon and Black Rose itself. So Rose Dragon plants. Um, Jack's deck was just focusing on fiends and summoning fiend monsters so that you can synchro into his red dragon, and then upgraded to various insert red dragon monster name here. Then Vexel has battling boxers. I don't know too much of Archivy to be like, here, Arc V. Did Arc V even have anyone who played fire? I can't even think of my head. And then Soul Burner here and Brains. About it. Yeah. Like I said, that's how very small numbered we have it here. So at least get happy. I mean, with Earth, they did choose Earth attributed decks in Duelist that people love from it. Because Earth actually does have quite a few Duelists. So Leo in his Leo and his Power Tool Dragon in his Morphtronic, Ishizu and her Ishizu cards, which I think would have definitely sold the Duelist pack itself. And then Amazoness, just for the nostalgia, because Amazoness doesn't just stretch between one duelist, it stretches, I think, between three. Anya from GX, Mai from Duel Monsters, and then Grace and Gloria from Arc V. That's really a big seller there, because every other archetype at this point had one, and the only other attribute left is light. So I guess we are going to expect a light attribute. Like, unless they want to sprack into a dark one, but I think someone said there's already been a dark one done. With Dark Duelist. And, yeah. So with that in told, it's time to move on to look into what Axel is getting. Now, I didn't really separate this between two videos, although I think I could. But no, I'm already here, so we just ripped the band-aid off. So, yeah, Volcanics are going to get a plethora of Volcanic support. So, starting off is this big guy here. This is their new boss monster, an upgrade for Volcanic Doomfire. This is Volcanic Emperor. He's a level 8 Pyro type fire attribute monster with 3100 attack and 2400 defense. He can't be normal summoner set. He must summon from your hand or graveyard by banishing 3 Pyro type monsters or 1 Blaze Accelerator card that is face up on your field and or in the graveyard. You only chance to summon 1 Volcanic Emperor per turn. When this card is summoned this way, you can inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent for each Pyro type monster currently banished. Then you can set 1 Volcanic trap directly from your deck, except for Volcanic Eruption. Its second effect is during each of your each time your opponent will special summon a monster or monsters, inflict 500 points of damage to them. So just a side note, Volcanic Eruption will have a name change later on, so that way there's no confusion on it. I don't remember what Volcanic Eruption did, but I guess in the OCG it's not considered a volcanic card, which is weird. But that's not the first time cards. Sorry, I'm getting something to open my throat. Um, yeah, this is not the first time cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game had to be changed up, because in the OCG they have a different name instead of kanji that separates the two cards from different archetypes and stuff. You see this a lot in Yu. Like cards in the OCG that the TCG like, hey, they look similar. Let's put names together, and then OCG looks like they're. So yeah, the legit targets that you can get off of the searching for volcanic traps are Volcanic Inferno and Volcanic Recharge, which I think Volcanic Inferno is actually here that we'll be looking at. Next up is Volcanic Trooper, level 3 fire attribute pyro type monster with 1000 attack and defense. You only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. So this card is normal system. You can add one volcanic card from your deck to your hand, except for Volcanic Trooper and Volcanic Eruption. Oh, it's the Harpie brothers all over. I hate them. You can discard one card to set someone one volcanic bomb token. Okay, I definitely know this is going to be called a blast token or a pyro token here in the TC. Fire attribute pyro type level 1 monster with 1000 attack and defense to your opponent's side of the field. When the token is destroyed, the controller takes 500 damage. Next up is an upgrade to the volcanic shells. This is Volcanic Rimfire. Level 1 pyro attribute fire type monster, 300 attack, 0 defense. Card is sent to the graveyard. You can activate one of the following effects. You can banish this card from your graveyard, and if you do, send 1 volcanic monster from your deck graveyard, except for Volcanic Rimfire. Banish 1 Blaze Accelerator card from your face up on your field or in your graveyard, and if you do, you can place 1 Volcanic Accelerator continuous spell or trap from your deck or hand face up in the spell and trap card zone. You only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. That should have kind of been the first thing, but okay. Next up is the new Volcanic Blaze card. So we have Volcanic Blaze Cannon, known in the this can be translated to TCG as Volcanic Blaze Accelerator, because I think the Blaze Accelerators are called Blaze Cannons in the OCG. Continue the spell card. You activate this card by sending 1 Blaze Accelerator from your hand, deck, or face up on your field to the graveyard. You can only control 1 Volcanic Blaze Accelerator card, Once per turn, you can set summon a volcanic monster from your hand. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field and send one level 1 pyro type monster from your deck to the graveyard. And if you do, destroy it. This card is actually a reference to Axel from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series, where his gun Duelist is what he's in. This Blaze Accelerator, Volcanic Blaze Accelerator is based off of that card's design. Because he does use it a lot to fire off his cards. I think in the LCG he actually does fire off like Volcanic Shells. Speaking of which, Fire Ejection is a normal spell card, and you only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You send one power type monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if that monster has Volcanic in its name, you can apply one of the following effects. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's level times 100. This is one bomb token, fire level 1, 1000 attack defense to your opponent's side of the field. When that token is destroyed, the controller takes 500 points of damage. This card is referenced to when O'Brien, that's his name in OCG, or Axel here in TCG, first duel with Jaden, as he used Blaze Accelerator to destroy Elemental Hero Percentage Trick. Next up is Volcanic Inferno, and I said this card was going to be here in this set. Volcanic Inferno, continuous trap card. You're going to activate the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can banish one power type monster from your graveyard and pay 500 points of damage. And when you do, if you banish a volcanic monster, you negate the activation of the effect. During your opponent's end phase, you can target the 2 of your volcanic monsters that are banished and are in the graveyard and put them at the bottom of your deck in order. So it's a bit of a recycle for the banish while also doing some massive damage and negation. That's a really good combination right there. Reprints, because that's also going to enter into the next tab. Volcanic Shell, Volcanic Shatter Shot, Volcanic Rocket, Blaze Accelerator, Blaze Accelerator Reloaded, and the latest information is the reprints of Volcanic Doomfire and Volcanic Queen, which will also be in the set as well. So you get basically all of the Volcanic support sets here in one combo. Um, Funny enough, I don't think people remember this. Let's see, when did that come out? 2007, 2008, 2000 was when Force of the Break came. I want to say that's 2007. So that's almost 16 years since Volcanics were first introduced, and now 16 years later, they're getting new support. So, hey, congrats to them. Congrats to them. And actually, I think it would be about 16 to 17 years now since Volcanic Doomfire and Volcanic Queen were introduced. God fucking oh. I was a preteen when Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out. I'm a fucking 30-something adult in this fat of a card game. My final thoughts on all of this is congratulations to all of you Volcanic players. You're finally getting support. I'm so happy for you. I know how that feels when your favorite art type gets support and it's finally coming. So, if they ever do release any more information for, um, about the other cards or stuff in the set, primarily I'm just looking to see what the Soul Burner stuff is going to look like, what the Salamander get from it. I heard word on the street is that some of it is already out, so I'll take a look at it as soon as I possibly can. But I wanted to make sure that you guys got this video just in case, because I didn't want anyone to flip out or see it, or get mad at me for not doing it as soon as possible. But look, I had stuff to do and things were going on, so I just did what I possibly could and made sure that I could get to the video as soon as I possibly can. So, with that said, if you guys have anything you'd like to add to the conversation about the volcanics and the volcanic monsters and what cards you would like to see also be reprinted to support fire in general, let me know in the comments below. Actually, something I want to point out, I think this might potentially happen here in the TCG. The OCG just got back a very powerful fire type monster, fire attributed monster, and that's Blaster, the Dragon Ruler of Inferno. So I wouldn't be surprised by the time we get this set in the TCG that Blaster would also be unbanned here in the TCG. Limited to one for all the obvious reasons, but I don't think that they're going to contain too many of the elemental dragons. Also, the things I think probably just slowly reintroduce them into the game one by one. It also means that they're the highest rarity I think of the dragons are not ultimate rare. I think they're secrets because they're from the tins that respectively came out in 2013. Yeah, I was my best suggestion is go ahead and collect those as soon as you possibly can if you want to have rarity upgrades. Other than that, yeah, this is basically gonna be the end of the video because I think it's enough said about volcanics, and I think those guys deserve what they're getting. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the announcements of the Duelist pack for Fire. Also, let me know in the comment section what you guys feel about the whole situation with the Earth Duelist pack being excluded in the TCG. Leave all that in the comment section below. And with that said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell so you guys are informed of when I upload more content to the channel. My social media links are in the description box below, and you guys can catch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/HarpiePlayerJoe, where I'll be playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Eternal Duelist Souls. I've made it to Tier 4 now, and I'm just playing around with Tier 4 Duelists so that I can get more cards and stuff. Then I can go and take on next year. So, with that said and done, thanks everybody for watching. I'll catch you amazing people next time. HPJ signing out. Take care.